Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of all ages. This is Newton Dad here on the cast. My camera is absolutely frozen, so I will not show it to you. And this is going to be Average Joe's versus Echoholics, a old school friendly game here between two teams that are quite familiar to me in my past life in Echo Arena. Happy to share them with you tonight here on VRML 2. We have, the classic lineup of nobody versus nobody showing up on the rosters there. So let me see, maybe we can bring that back to life. If not, then I will just share the love of telling you who's on these teams. The rosters, there we go. We have on the Echoholic side, roster players are Skinny, Smooth, Sir Captain Spoon, Kara, Chew, and Doc Education. In the arena tonight, we have the starting lineup: Chew, Spoon, Kara, and Smooth. And for its Average Joe's, it's a Hostile, Max in the Cut, the Potato Thing, and the Dirty Mustard are showing up on the other side. So we will get this underway as I hear them readying up, and we will count this boy down and get started.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
All right, so they are getting ready to roll in, and I am almost on the mark here as we see the joust coming out. And first possession is Sir Captain Spoon touching the disc first and getting it all the way into the blue zone. It does bounce around rather wildly for a second. Smooth riding, picking it up and moving it forward. The disc is just loose, getting slapped out of the zone with Max in the Cut, hitting it that one out into the mid. It does get slapped all the way through into the trap zone of the orange side. Kara's in the neighborhood, but it looks like it's going to be Smooth riding, picking that one up, bringing it down and tossing it over to the stack, waiting. It just comes off the Geo for a second. Smooth picks it up again and tosses it through. And it is into the blue zone. Average Joe's now on the defense. We see the disc coming back into the mid, just a little quick slap, but Smooth riding there to pick it up and moving it toward the blue bubble. It is just a little bit of a race there as Chew's waiting underneath the boot. Boot getting pass over to Sir Captain Spoon. The shot is on, but is covered by about 4 people in the goal, and unfortunately brought right back out. The stacks are getting stunned, so nobody moving very fast right away. The disc just comes into the corner here. Into the trap, Potato Thing taking it and bouncing it through to the orange side. Echoholics looking to gather this one up, but nobody in the goal there, so it passes all the way through, and the first points go into Average Joe's side. 2-0 Max in the Cut. Spotty, why is it on channel 2? Because it's on channel 2 because I am doing some experimental things on the casting package. You're seeing a prototype of what should be coming in the near future as I've done some development work on it. I'm doing a solo cast, so that's another reason why we're on channel 2. But the quality of the game is absolutely as it would be on channel 1. Just didn't want to put it on channel 1 as all the other things involved there. The passing game comes through for the Echoholics and makes it all the way deep into the blue bubble, but it is then immediately popped out by its Hostile. Potato Thing gathering up and bringing it into the orange side. The Echoholic stack overshoots it just a bit, and the disc is now reclaimed and back passed, but unfortunately it winds up being a big self-clear for on the side of Average Joe's. The shot is on, but dinged off the ring. That is AB Chew on that one as the pass moves back into the zone. Another ding by Chew. Unfortunately, 2 dings in a row. Chew taking it underneath and getting it one more time, passing over, and that time it's taken care of. Smooth riding, finishing the deed, and it is now 2-2. Spotty, you were reading my mind? What? Channel points? Yeah, there's no channel points in this as well. There's a few things that are a bit cumbersome when it comes to solo casting, and that's one of them. So, unfortunately, you just ride the regular channel points out and enjoy them, but there's no way to like bet and poll and all that stuff. So that only happens on VRML 1. As you see, Average Joe's moving the disc into the Echoholics zone. A little bit of a scrum there in the middle as everybody's kind of looking for it, and the stack's looking to get going. But as you see, everybody's sort of fighting over it. Disc moving into the blue side. Average Joe's there to collect it up, and it is hostile. It's hostile getting it, but getting bothered by the Echoholics there. That was AB Chew 2 redeeming himself there for the 2-pointer there, and bringing this now to a 4-2 lead over Average Joe's. Yeah, you guys thought something. Yeah, well, this is where we get stuff worked on. So some of the things you want to look for in this new overlay is if you look down where the rosters are, the rosters used to just show possession, as you see the possession moving from person to person, but now it also shows the dark red color showing a stunned player, and the rose red color showing an invulnerable player. As Potato Thing moves that one all the way down and scores it, bringing it to a tie game on both sides. So no leader at the moment. Back and forth, Average Joe's. These guys are both platinum, so you see the star split in the middle. That's also something that we're doing. But of note, this casting package is being fully supported by the Ignite Spark program locally. So we used to have a bunch of assets that we used on the server side on Ignite, and we are now moving out of those things and moving into localized assets. Sir Captain Spoon moving into the bubble, but unfortunately hooking that one just a little bit to the left of the goal. He redeems himself and shoots again on point this time, but the goalie is waiting there with a friend, actually. So 2 goalies in place, making sure that the disc does not go in. Max in the cut, gathering up, passing up to Potato Thing at the nest, and the shot is off the ding ring and into the goal for a 3. Now it is a 3-point lead, 7-4 on the side of Average Joe's. The caster training part of the, well, I mean, it goes in phases. So they're asking in chat, Craze is asking how long does it take to become a caster? What you need to do to become a caster is you supply the casting team with a sample of your cast. That was a nice shot there, Smooth Ride, and taking that 3 of the assist by Sir Captain Spoon. A little bit of a tiny bit outside the bubble, just at 9 meters, but well done there by my old teammates, the Echoholics. Just keeping it in this game, 7-7, so it looks like it's about halfway through. We're just basically starting over. The casting application is basically you supply a sample of your casting, and then we interview you. And if we like your ability to take direction and your ability to communicate and those sorts of things, then you continue on into the training part, which is just a matter of you go through learning how the assets work, learning how the flow. We shadow a cast. You get involved with a cast on channel 2 or channel 3, and then if things are going really well, we put you on as a regular caster, and you can go cast with the lead casters elsewhere, and eventually you can just cast on your own like I'm doing right here. This is, I'm one of the people who can actually run the cams and cast at the same time. Paladors like that, Dimwees like that. There's a few others out there. But this is kind of the hardest way to do things. Echoholics answering the call there. It is now just a 2-point game. Sir Captain Spoon taking the pass from Becerra across the top of the bubble there, and into the play. Oh yeah, something else I didn't mention on the casting package enhancements. The instant replays used to be full speed, and now they are actually slow-mo. So you can hopefully see more of what happened in that moment, in that moment of the score. They're actually played back at half speed now, so they're half as long, and they're half speed, so they're same amount of time on screen, but there's slow-mo now, so that the people don't move as fast. It's hostile getting a hand on that one as it's going back towards their own bubble. The Echoholics are kind of clumped up in the left tunnel, 3 of them there, looking to move the disc forward, so it becomes basically a 1-2 or 1-2-1 as they move forward into the zone. Chew getting stunned out in the process of holding onto the disc, and the disc is picked up by Potato Thing, thrown all the way deep into the Echoholics zone. Echoholics do win the stack race back. Sir Captain Spoon with the disc, throwing it dangerously in front of the goal, as the blue team was not quite in the neighborhood enough to challenge him at the time. Then now it's the Dirty Mustard had a hand on that disc. First time I've had to call his name or their name, as the disc is now just being worked outside of the bubble, and interception turnover happens. Sir Captain Spoon, he's a little bit of a tall dude, so he picked that one off, and the disc is free. You saw the stack hold up and just judge where that bounce was going to go. Very wisely slowed down so they didn't overshoot it or miss it. Good pass back by Spoon to Kara, and then Kara over to Spoon, and then the goal. So it must have been smooth, Kara, Spoon. as it rolls in. This is a platinum. Yeah, both these teams are plat. You can see the star split in the middle between the scores, and both those stars are platinum. We're thinking about changing those stars so that they're a little bit more readable, especially as the silver and the plat are quite a bit alike right now. But you know, Wonder T-Man is actually quite the artist on the computer and is working on some nice new stars for us. Hopefully we'll have those in the package in the very near future because they are quite more readable. Potato Thing reading that one, bringing it in, keeping them close. It is just 1 minute and 51 left in this match, and it is still just a 2-point game. So anything can happen, everything can happen, and maybe nothing will happen. Who knows? Ooh, that one didn't get a replay. So sometimes we do need to try those things out. So that might be a little too fast or a little too slow as I punch the buttons, but we'll see how that goes. Chew rolling out. It has over to Sir Captain Spoon. Spoon throwing it forward, has the relay but doesn't have the pass, and it bounces off the Geo, goes a little bit wide. It's Hostile gathering that one up, throwing it deep down and getting the bounce in a favorable way for his teammates. Potato Thing getting the disc, tossing it behind, and it is now a tied game. Echoholics and Average Joe's starting over with just about a minute left on the board.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Countdown comes through. That replay did happen properly, so I'm happy to see that's okay. The first pass for Echoholics is on its mark. Sir Captain Spoon got it. Moving forward to Smooth riding. Smooth looking around. Is not immediately pressured. There are 2 on the screen and 1 in the goal and 1 somewhere else. And the pass across to Chew to Kara is good. Kara likes it down there in that corner. We call it Kara's boot. She's really kind of lethal from that bottom right corner of the bubble. Always been a good spot for her, and she does not miss that one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, Average Joe's turn to look at this last chance on the board here. It looks like it's going to be last play of the round. The disc comes through and is into the orange zone, but picked up by Smooth Riding. Smooth Riding has time on his side and no pressure, so it's going to be pretty close, 10, 9, 8, and this is going to be going into the hands of the Echoholics. Round 1 to orange. As we hear the round end, give them credit for it. See if we can get my camera back online here. And going in, let's see. Okay, well, absolutely freeze frame. So, don't know why that's doing that. Oh, I just focused back on Discord, so maybe it has something to do with that. All right, so we have the round scores here. Looking at the stats, we have a very nice showing from Echoholics. They're sharing the love all the way across the plate, with 7 for Spoon, 5 for Smooth, Chew and Kara having 2 each. On the other side of the equation, you know, the scoring is happening for everybody. Again, on Max the Cut got 2, Potato Thing 7, you know, Dirty Mustard got 2. So there's a lot of scoring happening here, but there's also a lot of good things happening in the assist lines. So, you know, this is a little bit loose. The plat matches, I mean, they're not master tier, granted, but they are still really good, and they are a lot of fun. The Echoholics, of course, being my former team. I spent 2 seasons on that team. Good group of people, all adults. And they're playing Average Joe's, who has traditionally been a somewhat older team. I'm not familiar with the players on this roster now, as it looks like Average Joe's have turned over most of their players since the last season. But yeah, sitting in the ranks of 60 and 67. So a nice even match here. And it sounds like round 2 is about to start. So we will roll you guys in and take a look and see how this goes. All right, so the question I got is, why am I on the other end of the arena? And the answer is because I'm not in the right focus. So let me get back focused on the right thing. There we go. As the disc is now moved forward by the Echoholics. Echoholics got a good stack moving, and they're deep into the blue bubble. A little business going on up there in the corner there, but it did wind up being won by Max in the Cut. Max getting a nice deep throw in. Potato Thing all alone down here on the other end as the boosts do come through, and Echoholics are setting up for defense. You got to Chew in the goal, but it just misses that double dinger off the edge. And that is the first 2 points for Average Joe in round 2. Average Joe's in round 2. So, any tips for getting more votes on your game, like how to get cast? And honestly, Echohawks have a really good way to do it. Sir Captain Spoon will tend to trade up votes. You know, you hype us, we'll hype you, which is a good way to do it with the teams that you're friends with. you know, but you know, getting your friends to vote on your matches, you use your Discord really is a good answer. It's one of the best answers actually, as you know, we do sort of network ourselves through our own Discord channels and our own Discord servers, our, you know, the team servers especially. Oh, Max in the cut, taking that shot on the open goal. It is now 5-0, Average Joe's. Echoholics struggling to get something going here in round 2, but it is still very early. We have 8.5 minutes left on the clock. No big deal. Snipe Dash, I love the stun overlay. Thank you very much. That one was a kind of a second thought, third thought, for once I started debugging the possessions, because the possessions weren't working when you had a dropout. So I did some work on that, and I added those red and rose colors for when you get stunned and invulnerable. So you see Smooth Right and stunned right there, and now he's invulnerable, and now he can move around. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you. Echoholics moving back into Average Joe's zone. It is a loose disc. The disc is back bouncing around in the valley there, as we see it sailing up into the trap zone. A bunch of people around there, but nobody grabbing it, so it goes right back to the floor now. Potato Thing slaps it forward into the Echoholics zone. Here comes the stack race, and they just all overshoot it. Fortunately for the Echoholics, nobody back in goal until just now, but you do have Echoholics now looking to catch that disc and pull it back into their own control. Spoon clearing it deep, deep, deep. It bounces off the side wall, and they are there to reclaim it and there to dunk it in. AB Chew 2 for that one. The first 2 points on the board for Echoholics in this round 2.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay. Now the first joust for Average Joe's in this round, as they've been scoring all the points up to this point. It's Hostile rolling it out and getting bothered immediately by Sir Captain Spoon. Max in the cut just paused over there on the tunnel edge, and then the pass goes through, but then bounces off the Geo, and now we have a scrum loose in the mid zone there. Looks like it's going to be Average Joe's picking it up, making a shot, but not quite online. AB Chew 2 reading that one off the back wall and picking it up off before it gets through the plane of the goal. Nice long clear there, and the Echoholics outrun that one and get it in. AB Chew 2, that is his turn to get 2 more points and bring the Echoholics to 1 point away from the lead. Average Joe's now 5 and Echoholics 4.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we see the rollout coming this way. Now it's Hostile rolling forward, using that Geo to bounce deep, 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 but AB Chew back all the way back on the back line there, on the back wall, making that clear super deep. Is now Echoholics who need to roll in fast, but it is the Average Joe's back on the back line, so they're taking care of business back there. You see the pass centered to Potato Thing bouncing it off the trench, looking for that shot, but not quite the way that one needs to rebound through there to make it into the goal, though it is quite possible to do. Dirty Mustard picking that one up on the near wall and throwing it into the center area where he had a player in Valley, but the player was not quite where the pass was, so those two things need to meet up and find their way. They do find the disc, though. Average Joe's centering it now in the hands to Dirty Mustard. Dirty under some pressure and gets the pass off to Max in the cut. Max looking to cross, but gets picked off by AB Chew. And then the race is on. The stacks are very fast for Average Joe's, but not in the right place. So it takes Sir Captain Spoon to take a hand on that one and dunk that one in, and it is now 6-5 as Echoholics take the lead. Echoholics won the first round. We're halfway through the second round right now, so if they continue on and keep the lead, then they will walk away with this W as their first match of the night. They have 2 that we will be casting here tonight, and it's in a set of 3. And if they don't win this one, then they go back and try it again for round 3. So Sir Captain Spoon loose in the bubble there, just trying to chase that one down as a nice pass came in, but it just didn't go to anybody. It looks like it is AB Chew in the back line trying to pick that one up. And Chew gets a hand on it and moves it forward just enough that Spoon can pick it up and throw it forward to Smooth. Smooth underneath, dancing around the boot, hands it off to Sir Captain Spoon. Spoon finishes that one off in style. 2 points just at the edge of the bubble. It does wind up being called 5 meters. And it is a nice little 2-pointer there to keep them 3 points in the lead.
7, 6, 5.
So what's going on out there in chat? It's awful lonely here as a solo caster. Got nobody to talk to but myself. I'm talking to myself for the next hour or so total, or hour and a half actually. 3 games total. trying to get my chops up on solo casting, see if I enjoy that at all. The shot coming in from Potato Thing, bringing it to a 1-point game again. Echoholics are just ahead and trying to keep that lead, so they're trying to keep those points up, trying to keep that that victory in their hands. They're in good position right now with a round lead and a point lead, but they do need to step up a little bit more and move a little bit further ahead to assure this victory 100%. See the first pass going through, Chew off to Sir Captain Spoon, Spoon passing through the relay going right back. Kind of a rare case Echoholics reset. They don't like to do it very much, and it doesn't work that time. It gets picked off, and the disc, well, I thought was going to go back to Chew. Chew did finally pick it up there in the ceiling trench. It now goes down to the floor as the shot comes railing out of the mid there, but it is not online. So Chew had time to get back to the goal and is there now. You can see him hanging out there. The pass goes across the reset as the disc did look loose for a second, but it's not quite. Pass going across the floor. Let's hang out with Chew here, see what he does, and see the pass being reset again. They're marching in, and that is Kara reading that one and throwing it through. So the stacks are on, and the race is back to the other side. There is Sir Captain Spoon reeling that one, but gets stunned for his efforts on the fly. It's Hostile gets a hand on that one. Potato bringing it through. The stack building up, and the pass going deep, but not quite where it needs to be for the stack to pick it up. That is a loose disc now underneath, and it gets hook shotted up to this to the goal. Not quite in. Potato Thing grabs that one again, grabs, and then it's a little bit of a battle down there in the low bubble area. Long clear tries to go through. It is all the way through. There go the Echoholics, and then the stack for the Average Joes are right behind him. Smooth picks it up. He's walking the floor. Finds the pass to boot where Kara hangs out, and it's Hostile is in the neighborhood. Picks up the loose disc after Kara got stunned in the process. Chew back for another reclaim there. Tries the bounce shot, doesn't quite get it. It just gets picked up by the goalie, and that is a deep clear all the way in and off the bow tie on the Echoholic side. It is the Average Joes that are in the neighborhood and close to the disc, but not quite getting the hands on it. Chew reads that slap all the way in and takes it all the way to the tunnel. Sir Captain Spoon hanging out there gets the long dump forward to set him up for what is about to happen here. Smooth riding, hanging out on the wall. He has Chew across and underneath. Chew just missing the pass coming in underneath the clock, but the bounce coming, sorry, that wasn't Chew. The bounce coming out, Chew picks that one up. That must have been Kara underneath. And then the disc is free yet again. So unfortunately for the Echoholics, they didn't manage to keep the clasp on that one as the disc comes right back into their zone. Average Joe's carrying it all the way down. They got a player behind, and that will be the lead change. It is now 9-8 on the side of Average Joe's. We saw this similar situation play out, though, in the previous round. So we don't know. It could be, or it may not be. So wait. Now I feel bad for saying nothing in chat. Hey, Summer, nice to see you. Yeah, round 3 would be fun, but, us being, a little bit friendly with Echoholics, we'd like to see them take the W. It'd be nice, but, we're not playing sides here. I love a 3-rounder. It doesn't matter who wins to me. I'm not on a team anymore, but it's good to see your old friends out there, taking care of business and having fun. There's Chew taking that one, bringing it into the center. Kara bringing it down in the nice pass. What a combo. Smooth riding, taking that one and just unloading on it. 12 meters per second. Looked a little bit faster than that, but it's probably because the reaction time was so good on that one. As we see the clock running down, 20 seconds left in this round. It's not out of the hands of Average Joe's, as I have about 13 seconds here with the disc. And they do move it up. The first pass is good. Second pass is okay. Oh, but they moved it back into their zone. Winds up being a self-clear. If the goal is here, that's the end. Even not, that's still the end. This is good game. GG's, no re. Echoholics winning into. Orange team is victorious. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. As my up deck just pauses there. It's all right. We're all good. And there we have it. That will be the first game. And Echoholics take that one in 2. We have another one coming up in about 7 minutes, so I will tell you about this one a little bit longer. What we saw is a very good gameplay by Echoholics. Echoholics, did manage to do a lot of good transitional play. They took a lot of discs in their side with a good long clear, got their stacks down to the other side, and found with the good quote staccuracy coined by Smooth Riding. with good accuracy comes points, and the accuracy really paid off for them because there were quite a few times where average Joes beat them down the field. Absolutely had them beat in the foot race, but on those occasions, the Echoholics were just in the better positioning and wound up, getting those discs into the goal. The other stat that is just immense that I'm seeing on the board is the stat line of steals. The Echoholics are fantastic at stealing the disc. I don't even think that's all the steals that happened in this game, but they did steal the disc quite effectively. And when they steal, they get possession, and when they get possession, they get good clears. And when they get good clears and good accuracy, they get points on the board. First game, a lot closer. Second game, pretty close, but very much in the hands of Echoholics. Really good to see them out there playing so hard, and that is going to be it for this one. I'm going to give you guys to a quick commercial break as I reset for the next one, and we will see you momentarily.
Yes.
Easy going right there. Looking at one more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
I'm crazy, Captain.
Yes.
Easy going right there. Hold your hands. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
All right, we are back. And this will be our second of 3 matches. This one being the team Chaos versus Awaken. Chaos being a team that I'm quite familiar with. They're rather OG in the Echo Arena sphere, a Rama of life. They would be Rainsy. Oh, actually, in the arena, we have Egret, Danomit, Fabulous, Rainsy, and Code Blue. And on the side of Awaken, actually, I think Code Blue just switched sides, so you got me a little off there. You have King, I believe it's King, or maybe Kine, K-I-N-3, K1 and 3, Chili Llama Bentley, and Code Blue. So Mizuchi over there on the other side for Chaos. Chaos players are all pretty much OG lifers inside the Echo Arena sphere. Definitely, you know, some great players in there, some long-term players. This being a gold versus, looks like platinum, so 81 versus 86. Chaos being right on the edge of plat, and Awaken being in it. So this could be a you know, birth for Chaos back into the platinum rank, or it could be taking Awakening and bringing them down, or Awaken and bringing them down into the high gold zone. You know, Smooth Riding, it was a great game. Great to have you out there playing. You guys did a great job and carried that one all the way to the end. It was very good to see you guys in action, as usual, as always. As you know, you guys are fun guys to cast without question. Just waiting for the ready ups to happen here. Should be ready just momentarily. Won't take them long, as we will get this one underway. I called this one the cast set the Scrim Bay night because we have 2 by the Echoholics and we have 1 by Chaos. Chaos formerly being the Echoholics Scrim partner, our Scrim Bay, if we like to say. And good friends, good people, love having them around. But we're just waiting on the arena to ready up. There we go. Orange team ready, blue team ready, everybody ready here on this Saturday night. I am Newton Dad, and this is Echo Arena VRML Channel 2. We are getting ready for this neutral joust, and I will pop, hopefully, to the middle of the arena so you guys can see how this goes. There we go. And the first touch is from Dano McFabulous. Dano moving it down into the blue zone. It is picked up by Egret. Egret slapping it momentarily. I'm going to call him King. King moving the disc down into the other end of the field. So Awaken pulling that disc all the way to the other end. Mitsuchi just getting stolen from right there as Chili Lane gets the grab and the pass, and then Chili Llama getting the grab, pass, and the finisher there as the disc was just loose in front of the goal. Chili finishing that one up, no problem. Let me cast with you next week. What? Where would you cast with me, Smooth Riding? They just have to allow you to curse. I mean, we can put you back on Echoholics on the homebrew channel. We can do that, anytime. Though my homebrew is definitely in sad shape now. Mizuchi handling the disc, moving forward and looking at a bunch of options. That chooses the pass to Dano McFabulous on the side. Rainsy pulling in behind the second slot there. And just walking it up now, being the commander on the floor, hooks that one a little bit low. Could have been a bit of a over grab on the disc as the disc gets cleared all the way through. As a result, Bentley grabbing that one and making it passing into the other side. You have the stack getting ready to pass it in and finds a lane, has nobody back to defend it, and that will be the second points on the board for Awaken. That is now a 3-pointer to making it 5-0 on the side of Awaken. Let's go, Chaos. Definitely. Let's go, Chaos. All right, so we got the rollout upside down by Mizuchi. Mizuchi being a classic player around here. Been, in the college league and then been in I think even preseason. These guys are all these Chaos guys have been around a long time. I keep saying that, but it is very true. Bentley with a hand on it there, moving it through the tunnel, and it is now being picked up and moved forward by Code Blue. Code finding the Geo, so it goes back the other direction as it do. Is reclaimed by Rainsy. Rainsy moving up the wall and then passing into the valley. Has had Egret in the neighborhood, but then Egret got stunned in the process, so the disc went free. Rainsy regrabbed that one and reclaimed it. Chili Llama in the neighborhood though, and picks the loose disc up, and then we're being just kind of back and forth a bit. Little game of here you take it. That one brought back into the mid zone there, bouncing off the ceiling. We're seeing a little bit of organized play, but a lot of kind of slap and dash. Slap and dash kind of happens a bit at this level, as in the plat and gold side levels, there's just absolutely lots of great fundamental play, moments of brilliance, things that go really extremely well, and then for a while sometimes it can be the chaos, or it can be just a little bit of slap and dash or whatever. That replay showing that the disc is hard to protect from behind the net. Why are the names Christmas trees? What do you mean? Why are the names? What do you mean? The names on the rosters. Why are they turning red and why are they blinking? Is that what you're asking? Like Christmas tree lights? Those indicate possession, stun, and invulnerable. So possession being the bright white, stun being the red, and then invulnerable being the rose red. As you can see, Dano handling the disc, moving it forward, and then Rainsy got stunned, and now going to invulnerable. Now has the Rainsy. Sorry, that was Mitsuchi with a disc, with a shot, and with the points. So Chaos with the first points of theirs on the board now. It's a 3-7. Awaken holding this one off with just a little bit over half the run left here of round one. Yeah, one and only dash. That is how this is a prototype of the new casting package, which I am hoping to put some miles on it tonight and get it proven out that it actually works properly, so I can release it to my friends and let them use it. But that's one of the enhancements that I put into it, is that the possession and the stuns are all shown there in the rosters. That shot, nicely done. Egret taking that one from very close up, but close enough to make it a 3 and make that a 1-point game on the side of Chaos as they just woke up. Awaken has been awoke, but Chaos just rubbing their eyes and saying, hey, what's going on here? Oh, we're playing Echo. It's time to play, guys. Let's get in here. Tons of time left. Absolutely smooth. Half the round, and this is absolutely in the command of everybody and nobody. So this is a back and forth match at this point. Seeing King run it close, but doesn't manage to put the disc into the net as it is picked up by Code Blue. Centered again, looking on the nest, bouncing around, but not doing anything productive with it as the disc is just free, bouncing around inside the zone. And that one, Code Blue, bringing that one in for the 3-point lead. So it is Awakened staying a little bit ahead, but not a lot. So keep your eyes peeled because anything can happen at this point.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, the rollout. Here comes Chaos. Not pressured immediately. Inverted is Mizuchi, moving forward, looking for what he's going to do with the first pass here. He's got a stack hanging out at double diamond right in front of him, so he has to figure out what he's doing quickly. Passes over to Dano. Dano back to Mizuchi. Mizuchi down in the trench, looking around for where to go. Finds a nice pass underneath, but the shot is just read beautifully by Chili Llama and tossed out into the mid. Not all the way through, though. Dano McFabulous reclaims that one and picks it up, drops it into the trench, and it bounces off the side wall. It is now Rainsy picking that one up, dropping some altitude, but not getting enough out of it to stay out of trouble. Gets picked off, and that one is brought back into the other side eventually here as the long throw just gets thrown. Looking for the relay, but doesn't quite find the end point of it. It's picked up by Rainsy. Rainsy throwing it into the zone, the mid zone there. And is picked off immediately right there by King, Kind, whatever their name is. Somebody help me with that. I don't know how to do that one. As we have the disc free and then picked up by Rainsy. Rainsy moving it forward. The stack race on now. The stack accuracy good for everybody there. They all found the zone very quickly. Mizuchi working the disc forward under very little pressure. No need to do anything but other than move forward and just keep biding their time. Dano getting the pass. Ooh, and just barely getting that one in the very bottom pocket of that goal. Man, if it had been any lower, it might have bounced out. Honestly, that was very, very close.
7, 6,
All right, so it's a 1-point game. We have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, so it's still lots of time to play. There's not a lot to worry about on either side. Just play your game, do your best, do your thing, score your goals, and if you do what you need to do, then that's going to make you win, I bet. The flat bounce off the back wall, that is the blue stat, picking that one up. Awaken moving it down into the mid zone and bounces in the tunnel off that lip, takes a funny bounce in the mid there. Eager right there to claim it and roll it forward. Looking around, not a lot of pressure on him. Has quite a few pass options, and that one is a very good one. It went all the way across to Mizuchi. Mizuchi on the floor, bounces off the floor, gives it right back to two players up there in the front. Oh, that was one on the front and one on the shoulder, and that one on the shoulder was Dano McFabulous, who does a fabulous ending for that one and takes the lead for Chaos. Awaken down by 1. It is still 2 minutes left. Still lots and lots of time here. Anything can happen, though. Anything. So we see Awaken pulling the trigger on this one. It is a stack coming out as the quarterback, and they move down fast with a dribble play. That just worked beautifully. How magical was that? Two players handled that one from end to end, and it just looked precise. 2-point lead for Awaken, so this one's going back and forth. Very close match here. There's only a few ranks separated them, if I recall correctly, on the ladder stats. There's when we saw them on the scoreboard. We'll check that at the mid-round. Mizuchi moving forward with it again. Not a lot of pressure coming out of Awaken as they're just letting Chaos move all the way into their zone on their defensive joust, and the disc is just free for a moment there. There's a couple bounces there. Dano McFabulous getting the reclaim on that one and moves it forward. Has a player waiting behind the disc, behind the goal. Rainsy in this case, handling that one nicely. And now we're starting over with a minute left. It is 12-12. It's kind of been like that tonight. Both these games have been very, very well played and very close. Well-matched teams. And it's super entertaining to see this happen. Ooh, there is a dropout on the side of blue, though. I didn't notice that until just now. It looks like, who would be the fourth there? I can't remember who the fourth one was. There was on Awaken, but they are no longer in the arena. You can see that there's a slot missing on player 4 there on their roster. So they're playing down a man. I don't know why they wouldn't call a timeout with it being so close right now. It's going to matter having every player in the arena right now. Maybe they didn't notice. Maybe I don't know. Again, we have 30 seconds left, and we have the disc free. Whoever scores next wins this round. So, and they take the advantage into the second round. It is a loose disc. We have 18 seconds in the hands now of Chili Llama. Chili bouncing it off the ceiling, not finding anything really productive. This looks like it might go to an OT, quite possibly, but there's the shot, and I wanted it so bad to be in. 5-4, but that one's good. Dano there for the cleanup on aisle 6, and that is round 1 for Chaos. Orange team taking that first round. That was Chaos, in a bit of chaos, in a bit of ornery flow of all kinds. My goodness, that was like I said, very, very close on both sides. Only 5 ranks between these two teams. So yeah, this is why they are so closely matched, and why that match was so hotly contested. 2 points. That was all it took. Dano McFabulous finished it up. Scoring points, everybody across the board. Here we go. We saw this in the Echoholics. We're seeing this now on Chaos side. Everybody with a hand on a disc that went into a goal. Everybody with an assist that went, 2 saves from 2 different players. All the saves from Chaos, and then the possession time. Heavily on the side of Chaos. Chaos has been working the disc, but then of course Awaken's been taking the turnovers, moving very quickly to the other side, and getting things done in a quick, orderly fashion. So it doesn't, just because you don't have all the possession time doesn't mean you're automatically losing the game. Usually it doesn't, actually. In fact, quite often it doesn't mean anything other than you're just not holding the disc as long as the other team is. The attempts on goal, that matters. And, the fact of the matter is Awaken took more attempts and actually didn't get more points. So that is a key factor. Accuracy on the attempted shot is important for getting ahead in this game. The timeout came out. I didn't. Let me pop Spark open to see who called the timeout. Let's see. That one would be there, and it would be. Well, you guys can see it. I know you can't because we're not in the game. So I'll look at the event log real fast, and that one is called by Blue. So of course, yeah, because of the dropout we saw earlier on the side of Awaken, we are going to take a little extended break here. And hopefully not too long of a break, because it's nice to have these guys not holding up too long, because we do have another game right after. Echoholics will be taking on another team after this one, so we got a little 2-shot from them, and we got in the middle here we have a 3v4 at the moment. Hopefully that doesn't take too long to correct that. So I'm looking at the overlay, and so tons of time. Unfortunately, is the last thing that was said by Smooth Riding, and is very true right now, as I'm going to hydrate. All right. So this being week 7, we are looking, at the cycle, the second cycle being coming to a close pretty soon. And what's happening in the standings right now is interesting, both in the NA and the EU side of things. I'll start with the NA side of things. This being a cycle where Ignite is on top, and the number 2 team is a team that came in from the Challenger Cup. Bite of 87 has just been on absolute fire. They got beat, interestingly enough, by Zen. Number 10, who, it's the only one they've had in this cycle, is beating the Bite of 87. Bite of 87 beat Instinct, and then lost to Zen in the same week. It's or within a week's time at least. And then over there on the ladder, we see a lot of teams that are very, very closely tied together. You see almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that are at 1300 MMR. So from the 12 to the 8 to the 17 rank, they have exactly the same MMR. So any one of those teams could pop up to as high as 12th with a win. Any one of those teams could drop down to as low as 17th with a loss. And that's huge, with only a week left coming into the cycle before the next Challenger Cup. So there are going to be some really, really hotly contested and important games coming up in the next week. On the EU side of things, we saw a topsy-turvy day. What we saw was Blast beating Vertigo, the #1 team. The scores don't look like they've been submitted just yet. Blast beat Vertigo, and then they lost to Team Gravity. So they beat the #1 team, then they lost to the #2 team. So things get, you know, scrambled up there now, as well as Blast goes to 5-1, Team Gravity goes to 6-1, Vertigo goes to 5-1. So there's a lot of kind of scramble going on there at the top of the Master Division. You know, the challenger ladder there a little bit more spread out than the NA side of things, as you have people at 13, 1280, 1240, and 1220 in the top 6, 1200. So, you know, a pretty good split there between the zones. It does look like we have all the players back in the arena, so we shouldn't have to suffer for too much longer here with Newton Dad prattling on about the ladders and you know, all those things that happen. But hopefully we will get this thing back underway shortly. It's, you know, sometimes it's a thing. The technology, it takes a little matter of time. You get it all nailed up and working, but you know, there's 8 players, and it takes all 8 of them to play this game. So that's what I have to say about that. But I'd much rather see 8 players and take a little bit of a break, a little bit longer break between rounds or between matches, and then not have a 3v4, because 3v4 is never any fun. As you see hear the timeout coming off, so hopefully, yeah, I'll get you guys back in smooth. This is going to go a little bit longer, probably. Hopefully, maybe this, if it's done in 2 though, we're right on time still. So as long as we start in the next couple minutes here, we should be pretty close on time. If we go to round 3, yeah, you'll know, because I'll be like, hey guys, we're going to round 3. So we'll see how it goes. It looks like we do have the round start coming in, so we will pop back to the arena, and I will find my center, and we will do this thing proper. Okay, round 2, here we go. Wow, nice fast one there. As we see the disc rocking deep into the orange zone. I go into the black there, trying to pull back too far. And the disc is just free for a moment. There is a shot, and it is not quite on the line. It flat bounce off the back board. Rainsy getting punished for trying to even grab the disc in that case. It is a second attempt pulling through from the blue team. They're not making it there just yet. Bentley claiming that one on the floor, looking around for a back pass. Gets a nice one there as Code Blue pulls the trigger on a pass there forward. And dancing around the stick, but not making production just yet out of it. Bentley taking the shot off the pass by King. And we are good for the first 2 of round 2.
12, 11, 10, 9,
MG! What's up, bro?
6,
Off Awaken, taking that one quickly. Off. What do you mean off? Okay, here we go. Rolling out. That is Mizuchi inverted again, as he's been the whole game. Off the QB, gets immediately picked off, and here it comes right back into the chaos zone. Rainsy with the smack there, and the free disc as a result. About to get smacked themselves, but managed to duck that, whether they knew it or not. The disc getting cleared all the way forward. Oh, and Egret getting punished for having the disc there in that spot. The stuns are coming out in style. We now have the disc being handled by Mizuchi, pushed forward deep into blue. It is now handled by King and is tossed into the Geo, bounces back immediately and punished for that shot, and then gets put right back to the middle. Mizuchi hanging out, waiting for it. Here he comes. Under no pressure again, as it's kind of been. They're respecting Mizuchi's ability over there on that side and letting him roll kind of deep into the bubble. The pass gets thrown down. The attempted shot is picked off, and Chili Llama tunking it down into the mid there. It gets cleared all the way out. The stack accuracy is good this time, as we see almost, oh, nope, the reset is there, and luckily Mizuchi is on the ready, hopefully calling for that one and not being surprised by it. The disc is almost cleared, but not quite. It is going to come back into the possession of the blue side. Bentley on the deep line there, as they're just moving up slowly, letting everybody set up in front of him, looking at a stack right in front of him. You can see him right there, and then getting a couple passes around. But yeah, and then just picked up. Chili Llama pushing it up to the side line there for Bentley. Bentley just giving a little fake throw, and then sort of semi backhands it from 3 meters out. The goalie just kind of let him have it. But you know, sometimes you have to do what you got to do. So there you go. Snipe Dash says Dano McFabulous is their favorite league moderator. I mean, Dano McFabulous is a super nice, wonderful person. I got to deal with them a few times on various projects and things, and super always impressed with them. Dano puts together the Seal League. This is the seasonal off-season league. It's been a really good way to develop talent and a labor of love for them. But all these chaos players have been in the league, have been around for a good long time, and they've all made contributions of their own. That contribution doesn't quite come to any fruition there, but it is passed very dangerously close to the goal, and the three amigos there of Awaken get the disc out of their zone. A nice long shot, doesn't quite make it, but the cleanup's there, and it is good. So now it is 6-0 on the side of Awaken. So Awaken is waken, or boots are quaking. Don't know. We act like Seal is still a thing. Well, I mean, Seal was a thing. It hasn't been a thing for in the last off season. I don't know. It's an off season thing. It's a labor of love. Sometimes it comes on, sometimes it may not. So Seal season 3 did happen. The flows and ebbs and nature of the Echo Sphere has changed a bit in the past couple of seasons. So these things happen, and sometimes they don't. So there's another shot there from Awaken. Not quite on the mark. It does get picked up by Egret. Egret moving it forward for them and finds Dano in the midfield. Dano bouncing it off the ceiling, but not finding a good end point for that one, as the disc just is picked up again and brought back to the other side. Ooh, sidewall sideline cam does not like that angle. But we do like that one. So it does look like Chili Llama's picking it up and bouncing around on the floor. Gonna move forward. Got a pass, a cross pass, cut passes there. Bentley handling that one in style, and it is just a runaway freight train right now, as Awaken has walked away with the first 8 points. Now, granted, they kind of did that last round as well, and then all of a sudden Chaos came out of nowhere, scored back-to-back goals, and took the round. So, never count anybody out. There's half of the round here. As Lucky 11 likes to say over in the EU region, anything your team does to my team in the first half, we can do right back to you in the second half. So there's nothing stopping them from rallying and from finishing this thing off in 2 rounds, or we go to 3 rounds and we make Echoholics wait to get casted. So, either way, you guys win. That is 10 points now on the side of Awaken. They're on a mercy pace here. They can do it. If Chaos doesn't change some of the narrative here pretty soon, it's gonna be an ugly mess for them, and they're gonna have to deal with a round 3 and the momentum heavily on the Awaken side. So they need to step into place and make something good happen right about here, or take a timeout and talk about it. Dano McFabulous got the disc, got the dime pass down to, Egret didn't have that one actually, and just kind of suffered with it for a moment. Is it passed back to Mizuchi? Mizuchi under heavy pressure, but gets it back out to Dano. Dano passing over, and that is a shot off the ding ring, and not what Egret needed right there. That needed to be points. Points. The clear is on, and the clear makes it, but is then picked up by Mizuchi. Mizuchi then to Rainsy. Rainsy looking for a couple points, but not finding the way to get it done. Passes it over to Dano. Dano says, I got this, buddy. Puts 2 in, breaks the silence, and puts Chaos on the board now with 3.5 minutes to go in this round.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty. Got Awaken rolling out. And Code Blue handling the disc and moving it forward to King. King looking for where to throw this, but doesn't have a lot of options, evidently. They're just hesitating or not moving it because they're not pressured. Finally, it's passed up and passed back, and that pass back is a slap back, and that moved right into the goal in hurry, and that wound up as 2 more points. So Awaken still on the roll here, and not being slowed down, not being deterred by anybody scoring points on them.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we got the roll out here. Mizuchi again, upside down, doing the game thing, I guess. Game who always plays upside down, by the way. You got the Awakened team challenging the disc in the tunnel there, but not getting the challenge completed, so they have to clear it from deep inside of their zone. They're looking at the disc bouncing around a little behind the back, I think, as that one got ripped out and thrown out quickly into the orange zone. We're going to walk to this one because there's no stacks until just now on the blue side, and that stack got there just in time to give some trouble to the orange team. It does look like it's going to be another fight right here in the middle as everybody's going after it. The shot off the screen, not good, not the way that one should work. The pass coming forward, looking good. Got a couple options happening in the bubble. A couple players waiting out for that one. Getting the cut pass over to Chili Llama, and Chili finishing that one off and warming up that score again more and more and more. It is now 14-2. And it is do or die time for Chaos. They have to do something now at this point. Actually, I don't even think they have enough math time to do it. Looking for how this rolls out. It is rolling out upside down from Mizuchi. Mizuchi passed to Dano. Dano passing back over to Rainsy. Rainsy popping it back up, and under pressure, Egret is stunned, so they can't get to the disc, but Dano reclaims that one. Takes the cross pass. Cross pass is missed. Ooh, the interception and the shot. Egret taking things in their own hands. 10 points to make up. 1:13 to do it in. I don't think it's going to happen. Ooh, I went too fast for that one, and unfortunately, you get no replay, and you like it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, rolling out. Here we go. Yeah, we have no more mathematical time, so we will be going to round 3. This round will go in the hands of Awaken. Awaken on the rally. So we'll see if Chaos can actually build some momentum to get out of the funk that they're in. Because, man, it went funky in a hurry. Oh, that's not going to help. Awaken. Bentley. Another 2. Sealing the deal. And putting the bow on top now. And definitely going to deliver this one to the doorstep of Chaos, saying, here's your loss. Thank you. And we're going to round 3. Rolling out, 18 seconds to go. First pass incomplete to the side. Awaken picking that one up. It is a deep throw in off the backboard. Another 2 points on the board, perhaps. Maybe, maybe not. A little bit contested there. 5 seconds to go. Looks like that's going to be it. 4-16 will be the number on this one, as we are going to go to a round 3.
Blue team is victorious.
Round 2 ends, round 3 on the docket. So we will see some more fun ahead as my camera decides it doesn't want to come on. Hello there. Yeah, great round. Turning it around the other way, I will let the Echoholics know that it's going to be at least another 10 minutes before we get to them, and we will be on the way. So smooth riding, talking to me. All right, so just letting the Echoholics know where things are, and I don't know why my camera just doesn't want to work when it don't have it focused on Discord. Okay, here we are. Hi. Yeah, round 2. What went well? I guess what? Awaken went well. Awaken awoke. Awaken took control. I mean, granted, they scored 12 points in the first round, so they did fine, but what they also did was shut down Chaos. Chaos couldn't bring anything to round 2 productive other than, a couple of brief moments where they got some the loose disc and a slam dunk goal. So that sometimes is what it is. And, we're going straight into round 3. So we'll see in the next 10 minutes how this baby plays out, because it could be anybody's game at this point, but it may not be. So we'll see. Well, it's going to be somebody's game. We have no ties here. So. All right, the disc is jousted out of the middle and then bounces off the blue heads, off of Geo, and deep into the blue side. So even though they got contact with it initially, and Orange has not even come close to the disc, it is being handled, wow, deep by the blue stack. Bentley with the hand on it, being challenged just briefly and leached by Rainsy. Wow, that was almost a nice payday for Rainsy, sneaking up on them with the leech, but doesn't manage to get the stun or the disc, but then the disc does get turned over. It is brought down by Chaos, but it is not finished because the stack did not make it all the way down there. It is going to be a loose disc for a moment. It is picked up by the blue side. They are throwing it deep in, and it is again handled by Bentley. Bentley trying the shot, but not quite getting anything productive out of it. we're seeing the free disc. Nobody really going towards it. It is picked up by Egret. Egret clearing it up forward to Dano. Dano taking the disc and looking around, waiting for the teams to move forward. Oh, got a nice steal out of Rainsy as the disc was handled by the blue team. And then Rainsy takes it right out of the hands of King and then passes it over to Mizuchi. Mizuchi finishes that one off for the first 2 points of round 2. So trying to set the tone is Chaos, bringing the first 2. And we'll see if they can keep a hold of this one, or if the chaos just ensues and it winds up being Awaken's game. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't, but we will soon. Code Blue with the rollout gets the disc bounced off the lip as the first pass is just not quite made there, but the slap forward is made and is connected to Mizuchi on the back line there, who is ever present on that back line, working the defense very cleanly for Chaos. Passed over to Rainsy. Rainsy looking at the long shot and nails it. That was a 35-meter blast. Beautiful, beautiful attempt. At 16 meters per second. Doesn't have to have all the heat in the world on it, but it does have to be accurate, and it did make its mark right into almost the center of that goal. It is now 5-0. Chaos doing back to Awaken what Awaken did to Chaos in the previous round. Unanswered goals are scary. So definitely time for Awaken to pull the trigger on that goal and get some points on the board, or they're going to be looking at a really tough hill to climb. King working the disc down on the bottom. Nobody dancing out towards him just yet. Under a little bit of pressure, throws it just off the mark across the arena, and it gets picked up as a loose disc and gets hurled all the way down to the other end. The low bounce is not quite read properly by Bentley. Bentley getting the stun though on Rainsy, so Rainsy can't drag it in. Mizuchi inverted, takes the shot, had a moment of clear on the goal, but just closed up as the defense did get in place. Dano passing it over Rainsy. Rainsy looking, has a pass to the left, tries to drag it through the screen. That does not work, friend. It will not go through there, as the disc is now cleared, but then bounces off a couple geos. Dano picking it up, moving forward for his team. Mizuchi fading away and trying to get the pass to another teammate, but the speed of that gets read by the other side and gets sent deep down into the orange bubble, and that will be the first 2 points. Code Blue unloading the first ones for Awaken.
12, 11, 10,
MG, did you decide if you're going to join me in the next one or not?
6,
I haven't gotten back to Discord to see if that maybe became a yes. Okay, Mizuchi rolling out and gets the first pass intercepted by the blue team. King throwing it deep in and not quite making the mark. It is just off the side of the backboard there. It doesn't quite make it in there, but blue team did manage to get a good shot. But here we go. It is now deep in the Awaken sign, but it comes all the way almost back to the midfield. Dano getting stunned trying to pick it up and doesn't make the clear or make a pass. It is just free in the near side tunnel. Going down in the trap now as King handling the disc and moving it forward. Wow. Egress is right up in his face, gets the disc, hurls it down. Not quite online for a shot, but it could have been. You know, I always am very fond of people who will throw things, you know, even though the stack may not be there just yet. Throw it deep, and you know, there's a couple of deep throws. There's quite a few deep throws that if they bounce just right, they're either a really good claim for your stack because they go off a flat wall and very near flat objects, or they bounce into the goal. So bouncing into the goal is always even more fun than just, you know, having things be free. Oh, cool, MG. So you're going to join me. So just we'll be ready there, and if you don't mind communicating with Moon Ryden, you know, let him know that we have another 5 minutes left on this round, so we'll be looking for his invite to come back into their game shortly, but not quite yet. We are running a few minutes late. Dano handling that one, moving down the field. They have an 8-point to 2-point score, so a 6-point lead. Doing the maths there in my head, as that one almost changed that math a little bit, but it didn't quite find its mark, so it's moving back out of the orange zone. And in the hand of Rainsy. Rainsy under heavy pressure by Code Blue. Code Blue not quite getting it done completely, but does bother it enough to get the disturbance to get the pass off to another friend there. Disc is now in the hand of Bentley. Bentley looking for a pass, doesn't find one, finds an opponent. And that just got read beautifully. Now the stack's on the way for Chaos. The shot is not quite on the mark. The reclaim is there. Rainsy in the neighborhood passes it off to Dano. Dano finishing that one. It is now 10-2. And this is handily in control of Chaos. Again, what happened last round that didn't happen this round, I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. And sometimes these things just happen. MG, yes, Smooth Riding will give us a Sparkling. That's not a big deal. He's good about that. So we're moving down, and we got Bentley did a little touch there to back off to King, and that just gets picked up by Egret. And, you know, a little bit of Cavalier in these passes is getting read by the knowledgeable players, these experienced players on Chaos, and they're just in the right place at the right time. Rainsy again in the right place, right time, dancing around down the stick, does a dipsy doodle around that, but doesn't quite get it done. You know, it's sometimes the finish is not as good as the approach. Sometimes. And Orange gets the disc. That is the side of Chaos. Chaos moving forward, getting a couple of good-looking passes. That one just behind the player, though. Unfortunately, Rainsy now under pressure to try to do something with that disc, but it just comes free. That is everybody on the blue side. So the whole Awakened team on the near wall, claiming that disc and trying to move it out of their zone. They have to get something going here right away. 3 minutes on the clock, and that whole 3 minutes needs to be spent putting points on the board. They don't have any time to waste on this. It is really imperative for them to get going here because they're definitely behind. Disc, there we go. That could be something. Chililama hanging that one off, and Bentley taunting the goalie with that one as they fly over the top of the goal and finishing that one. So now it is a 10-4 lead, 6-point lead on the side of Chaos. A lot of time left, but not so much that it's, you know, you have to score 2 3-pointers just to get back into this thing. So totally possible, can do it, not a problem, but just has to get the possession and the time and the accuracy to do it and in style. You know, you can do 3 2s, 2 3s. Either way, you're tied up if you get both of those things done. Interception comes back to the waiting hands of Rainsy. They're playing a pretty good defensive stance there. 2 players kind of deep in the back, and then 2 players in the front. So you see the backstack moving forward now on the mini map. They probably will split up. Yep, they split up into one of them challenged that. The other one went back. The accuracy, though, in that case, wow, exactly what needed to happen, except for the number on the board. It needed to be a 3 instead of a 2. So they still have to keep scoring 4 more points now just to get back in this thing. So it's going to be still a little bit of a battle for Awaken to clean this one up and finish it in the reverse sweep, or Chaos is going to walk away with a 1 and back. And we'll see. Mizuchi rolling out here. Time is ticking down. We have 1 minute and 19 seconds. Ooh, that's not what needs to happen for Chaos. Possession from Awaken deep in the side of the Chaos team. The interception good. Rainsy with it. Decides to unload a long dump and gets it picked up by Mizuchi. Mizuchi taking the shot, not quite having a line there to finish it up in, as the pass goes off the ceiling bounce, is picked up immediately by Rainsy. Again, a good interceptions coming out from Chaos all the way around. Cross pass to the nest. Egret taking the shot, hammering it down, but getting it just picked up by Chililama. Chili finishing that one off nicely by a long clear. Everybody in the neighborhood is blue until this moment. The slap away happens. Rainsy protecting that one. They got 37 seconds to protect themselves from 4 points. It seems more and more like it's going to be their way. Even with those 2 points going in, we have less than 11 seconds of mathematical time for this thing to get finished up in the side of whoever it's going to get finished up on. So that one finishing, 10 seconds on the board. Yeah, 11 seconds total is going to be what it is. So here goes. The last 11 seconds of this, it's got to be in the hands of Awaken soon, or this is going to be all Chaos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that one goes to Chaos. And that one, we'll call this one done. And that is done in 3. So Chaos really showing their stripes there and showing up how they can, rally back from being down in the mid round. We're gonna step out of this one really fast. We're gonna change things up a little bit, bring the MG in here, and get into this next Echoholics game. And we will see you in a moment. Be right back. Okay, we are back, and this is Newton Dad, and this is Echo Arena VRML Channel 2, and this is Radioactive versus Echoholics, and I am joined in the booth by MG. Good evening, MG. How are you, sir?
I am good. How are you today?
Doing good. This is our second round of doing Echoholics cast tonight, so they won their first game against Average Joe's.
Average Joe's.
And I hear the ready ups coming, so we're not having to stall any time here whatsoever as the countdown comes in and the boosters are getting ready, and I am moving to the center of the arena so I can see where this is going. It is Echoholics versus Radioactive, another Plat versus Plat match, and it is going to be on the side of Radioactive, rolling out in the orange side. They get the disc and is immediately picked up by Sir Captain Spoon. Spoon throwing it off the ceiling there, getting a nice bounce, and the stacks are coming in. That is Smooth riding, doing the cleanup. Oh, and just not getting it done, but then stealing it back and getting it finally finished off for the first 2 points of the match.
Incredible play there by Smooth. I'm not entirely sure what still happened over there. It was a little bit of a cluster, but he did find a way to get it in, and that's pretty much all that matters for them. Get the points in, make sure that the game plays. And as both teams are leaving, we got Slouchy picking it up, going all the way down to mid. Smooth going for the interception, picking it up, walking it down. Going for a cross pass over to Sir Captain Spoon, passing it down, not quite hitting its mark though, and Slouch picking that up, maybe going for the clear all the way down into the hands of Smooth.
Yeah, Smooth picking up the disc and getting punished for his efforts as the disc gets cleared wildly into the Echoholic zone. It is picked up nicely, though, by Slushy Potato and finished off on a nice 20-meter, 17 meters per second shot to take the lead for Radioactive, now 3-2, and a nice start for both these teams, getting a couple points up there on the board, establishing their dominance. See the first rollout for Echoholics on the joust coming right here. It'll be almost inevitably AB Chew 2 handling the disc, and as it is, and moving to the left side, Sir Captain Spoon with the relay up to the front. That is Smooth riding, taking the shot on the open goal, just dinging it off the ring. Unfortunate for them, as the disc is free for the moment. It is Chew picking it up and moving it forward for the Echoholics. It bounces off the Geo, another unfortunate turn of events there. The disc is loose yet again. Spoon picking it up, dancing around on the backside of Pac-Man, just kind of eluding the defender, finding a pass across, getting it to Chew. Chew looking at it, gives Smooth riding an opportunity to finish that one off now for the 1 point lead on the Echoholics.
All right. A good shot there by them. Echoholics up by 1 now. Hopefully they are feeling very confident now with their 1 point lead. Seeing how Radioactive can pick this one up. And we have Funky picking it up. The interception over here by, Bracara.
Yeah.
Going for the clear down to Captain Spoon. Spoon walking that thing in for 2. And apparently getting a headbutt goal. A little odd. But points are points for them.
Yeah, I mean, we don't argue with it. Sir Captain Spoon assisted by Sir Captain Spoon. So I have never seen the overlay do that. That was a fun one. But yeah, points are points, as you said, and those count just as like the ones that look beautiful. So the scuffed ones do count as well. The clear is rolling, but the defensive line is there. Abichu, ever present on that back line, perennial great defensive goalie and player, plays all over the arena though. And man, Sir Captain Spoon finishing that one off in style. Gets a little toss up from Smooth and just bounces that one in. And now are up 8-3, so 5 point lead by the Echoholics as they're just rallying right now. The next rollout here, Radioactive.
Yes, Radioactive with their starting off rollout. Going to pick it up initially will be Funky once again. And going for the stun right there. Smooth riding, putting that thing. And the steal over there by Funky. But we got Bakara picking that thing right back up, not really hitting its mark though. And we have Smooth riding back on the back line, picking that thing right back up, going for a shot, but not quite hitting its mark, all the way back into ABC and putting that thing in for 2.
Yeah, Chew doesn't miss from behind the goal. It's not going to happen. He's a very perceptive guy, and being a goalie, he reads those things very, very quickly. So it's a goalie's advantage playing fast behind the goal, especially on offense. So those things do work out for you sometimes. Radioactive rolling out. It is Funky again with the disc. They're doing the same rollout they were doing before. Slouchy getting the disc on the near side, passes it back to the center. Odie Love getting the disc there, but not again getting picked off. So every single rollout almost that Radioactive had has been read and picked up and intercepted and brought back into their zone by Echoholics. That one just getting read at the moment and punched back through into the Echoholic zone. So it is a loose disc. It is a stack race. It will be the Radioactive team gathering that one up. Funky with the hand on it last, again with the hand on it, and getting the bounce off the backboard. But Chu read that one and denies the points. It is then pushed out but not reclaimed by the Echoholics, so it will have to be either saved again or cleared again. Looks like both are going to happen there as Chu reads that one and tosses it into the near side tunnel where he has Sir Captain Spoon waiting. Spoon bouncing it off the Nugget, the ever-present Nugget, worst and greatest defender ever, depending on which side of the equation you're on. As the bounce goes off, Kara looking at it from her favorite spot, the boot down there, and just doesn't quite make it, but it does wind up back in possession. Again, Echoholics having a lot of time of possession here, getting another opportunity, passing low, another pass across the cut, not quite there, just gets cut off by the defense. And unfortunately for them, they're going to have to try it again. Smooth with a disc to the boot. I know this play. It's going to come back over to Kara on the near side if they get a chance. It doesn't make its mark there, but it does go into Funky's hands and finally cleared to the other side.
Oh, and it does look like that shot
That's a
is
shot.
in. It is all the way in for a bounce shot. All the way 66 meters. Funky. What a clear, man. That was absolutely impressive.
I guess if you're going to clear in like that, you may as well clear it all the way to the goal. I mean, it does help when it does that.
It absolutely does. I have no words for that one. But what I can say is that we are starting off the next part. We got ABC picking that thing up, going all the way over to Sir Captain. Captain picking that thing up and again passing it down into the hands of apparently a missed pass right there. But it will, I believe, get picked up over here by ABC. All the way over to Smooth. Smooth going for another pass, but not quite hitting it there. And the clear out will be, I think, good. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it
will
bounces
hit,
back into the zone. Unfortunately, Odie Love picks it up and chucks it back out for Radioactive. Radioactive not finishing these as they get the dumps into the zone. They're just kind of panic clearing at the moment. And Echoholics are being just a little bit more organized about their offense and defense. So it's showing up in the points on the scoreboard right now. As that bounce off the backboard doesn't quite make the right angle for the pass. I saw what he was trying to do. Didn't quite make it happen, but it was a good attempt as it just now is cleared back into the Echohawk side.
I believe another shot coming in almost. It will be going into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon, picking it up and maybe looking for a dribble. No. We'll go it all the way down to ABC with the open, not the open three, but an open back pass over here, but not quite hitting it over there. And we will have Slouchy Potato picking it up and I think going for the clear, but he drops it right there. And it will get picked up by Smooth Ride and passing it over to Sir Captain Spoon. Sir Captain, I think, walking it up, going for around the shield and putting it in for two.
Yeah, you just can't let these guys walk in that close to the bubble. Echoholics are really kind of deadly when they get inside the bubble zone, especially. They have a couple of tall guys that have long reaches and can be deceptive about how they move around. And it's proved. I mean, I as being my former teammates, I've watched these guys play tons and tons of matches, and that does seem to be the differentiator maker for them a lot of times. If they can get the turnovers, they can get in the bubble, they can win the game. And Sir Captain Spoon just hanging out, waiting for this to happen again. Off the shield, unfortunately, gets picked off for him. Funky in the neighborhood and picking that one off, moving it deep into the zone. But again, it's a solo player moving in rather than 2 or 3 players. So for the Radioactive side, unfortunately, not turning that into possession or points. As you see, Echoholics moving back towards their own goal, but that pass or that attempted clear didn't work very well for them. Back into the hands of Funky. Funky working it and getting a pass up high. That's a good connection and has a couple of options looking around, but just choosing to back up just a little bit. Cross pass is made or attempted, but not quite connected. Funky again punished for their efforts. Everybody down there getting punished. The disc is free. Most people on the whole field are getting stunned out. That one winds up in Kara's hands. Kara throws it out, but unfortunately into the opposing team's hands as it is bounced low, and Kara making another throw. Getting it out this time. It's going to wind up in the valley, bouncing around in the trench. Trench throw. Sir Captain Spoon just a little bit high on that underhand shot. And another attempt coming off the back. AB Chu 2 hanging out back there, working that backside pass. Gets it done.
Nice play there by ABC and Sir Captain Spoon over there. It was very good coordination by them to figure out how they could figure that one out. And we will have both teams leaving the tunnels in just a second here, and picking it up, I assume, will be Funky. Passing it over down into the middle trench, but not really hitting anybody that he wants. Into the hands of Smooth Ride and passing it over to Kara. Kara going for maybe a shot or a pass all the way down into the orange bubble. Picking it up will be Captain Spoon, going for a pass, but not quite hitting it. And into the hands of Smooth Ride, and it will get picked up on top of the goal, and a self-goal by Funky. What a Chicago there.
Yeah, as they say, points are points are points. So whether they come, via the technical goal, the Chicago method, or the slam dunk, or the three-pointer from half court, they all count the same. Well, the three-pointers count more, but the rest of them count just the same. And that is round one to the side of Echoholics. 16-6, a 10-point decisive victory for them. As we move into this second round and look at the scores and stats here for a moment. Alrighty. So we see Echoholics, and unfortunately my camera seems to be stuck. There it goes. As we see Echoholics, working the stat line in the first game. They actually, after the first round, saw points out of every single player. This time, Kara didn't get any points, but she's been in great support of the team. As you've seen her basically everywhere, all over the place. And but the points are coming in from all the players, all contributing in a noticeable way. The time of possession is the thing that's the most noticeable, though. Is a 62% time of possession on the side of Echoholics. They're keeping the disc in their hands, but they're also scoring with it. So that's kind of one of those balances we play. On the other side, not as much happening for Radioactive. They're sussing out what's going on for Echoholics or for this team. I don't think they've ever seen each other play before, so this is an interesting match between the 79th team and the 60th team. 60th, holding their own right now. What'd you see out there, MG?
Honestly, I just saw a lot of people just having a lot of fun, and we will have the round starting over here in, I believe, another 12 seconds. So I guess we might want to go ahead and focus on that real quick.
Yeah, round two. Here we go.
Yes, we do. And we got both teams getting ready to leave the tunnels in a second here, and initially taking possession will be the Echoholics. Picking it up, going for it all the way down into mid, but it will get picked up by Slouchy, going for the clear all the way down into blue bubble. Maybe going up for a shot, no, but it will go back into the hands of blue. Picking it up, it will go across all the way down into the hands of nobody, but will get picked up by OD, clearing it down back again into the mid.
Yep, down in the mid, and that is Wonder wandering around down there in the floor, finding a pass up to Funky. Funky passing over across to Slouchy, but Slouch then gets his pocket picked, and the disc goes the other direction on the hands of Smooth Riding. Stack races on. The shot is not there, but that was a pass to Sir Captain Spoon from Becerra, so mea culpa, and first 2 points up for Echoholics on the board. A minute off the clock there, and Echoholics starting out the way they left off last round.
I like the way you put that one, starting off right where they left off. The same play, the same spot, same people, I assume. But we do have Funky picking it up again for going all the way to Pac-Man, but apparently not quite hitting the mark over across, and picked off will be Kara taking that one, going for a shot maybe, but into the hands of, Spoon putting that in for 3 off the bottom pocket. Nice job there.
Yeah, Spoon putting together his own highlight reel at this point. Between the attempts and then the shots he's actually making, it's all looking like he's trying to make things look really cool. The funny part about Echoholics is as a former player on their team, they're just here to have fun, and that's the only thing they're here to do. It's not about practice. It's not about being the best team in the league. It's about having a great time in the arena and showing up and playing with your mates. And that's absolutely the way it goes. This is the starting lineup. The starting lineup has not changed for Echoholics since they were created in season 3. So these guys have a great time playing with each other, and it shows.
It really does show. They look like they're having a lot of fun, and they do have plenty of chemistry to show that too. Being made in Season 3, no roster changes so far. Looking amazing out here. And they will be going for a shot, but not quite hitting the mark. And it will be just floating back into the back line, into the hands of Smooth. Walking it up, he will pass it down over to ABC. Going for another cut pass, and the stuff right there. Funky now taking the disc and clearing it down to mid. Nobody will pick it up just yet, and it will go into the hands of Smooth Ride, and slapping it back into Kara's hands. Over to Sir Captain Spoon, and going for a shot, but just barely missing the mark. Into the hands of OD, will barely clear it out up into the midfield. Picking it right back up will be Smooth, going for another pass over to ABC. C going over to himself apparently. Up to Kara. Kara going for the shot and putting it in for a 2.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered points at this point, and we're approaching the halfway mark of round 2. It's kind of do or die time for Radioactive. They either need to step up or go home, because it's going to be, I mean, that answer is going to be in their hands in about 6 minutes and 45 seconds if they don't start showing up really strong, because this night will be short for them if they don't figure out how to score. That's not how to do it. Throwing it immediately into the other team's hands not going to work for you if you're trying to make up a 7-point difference. The disc is again free on the side wall though. The far side, you see it picked up. Chu has got it in his hand, throws it over to Spoon. Spoon finishes it off. Not a problem at all.
Like you were saying earlier, be there. You got to be there, or you're not going to be able to do anything. And right now they're looking like it's either be there or be square, and they're kind of looking a little square at the moment.
Yep.
So let's hope they can pick these things back up and round themselves out a little bit. And picking it up will be Funky, as per usual, going for the clear all the way down into Slouchy's hands. Maybe going for a pass up on top. Wonder with the disc. Nice shot right there. Oh, but the headbutt right there, saving the disc from imminent doom into the hands of Smooth Ride, and picking it back up again, going for a clear down tunnel, and it will be all the way down. They have a stack all the way down in there. Picking it up will be ABC, going for a shot, but not quite hitting it. The re-pick up back over here will be Smooth, going for a cut pass, and the shot is in by Captain Spoon.
Yeah, Spoon hanging out in the right place at the right time. Smooth Ride knowing he's there and giving him the great pass across to finish it off from 2 meters out. I mean, you're not going to miss when you're that close up, even if you do hit it at 18 meters per second. The Echoholics are definitely on their rally at this point. If you let them get into your bubble like that, you are going to pay dearly. They do not miss in that close zone. Again, you see Spoon just unloading that one, a 3-pointer from 11 meters out. But he's good from half court if you let him shoot and give them enough time. You just don't do it. You've got to leave some people back. You've got to play some man defense. You got to push them and pressure them and make them make the mistakes, because if you don't, they're just going to roll right over you.
Yeah, absolutely. They will take possession as quick as they can if they want to. They have very aggressive stacks. They love to pressure their enemies over here. And speaking of pressure, we got Kara over here with the disc, just stealing it away. Taking it will be Sir Captain Spoon, going for a cut pass and just putting that in nice and easy will be ABC Chu 2.
Yep, we are on that pace, that mercy pace. It's not the place like a lot of people like to be, but it is what it is, and we are looking at just 2 more scores away from unanswered scores away from this night being over for Radioactive. They've come out and they've tried a lot of things, but they're doing the same rollout here every time. They're going to throw it to the right. It was actually Slouchy handling that time, so my mistake. Funky actually trying to pick up the pass instead of being QB. Doesn't work any better than it had been working, so at least they're trying a couple of new things. But it's the end result that matters, and not being able to convert on the tries as much as your opponent has. Now Funky definitely putting some pressure on there, but the Echoholics commanding the disc. Ooh, unfortunately that clear goes off the Geo, as that looks like a Quest 2 hook. Happens on occasion, as that is now into the tunnel. Sir Captain Spoon ducks the opponent and tosses it over to Chu. Chu just kind of walking up, passes it back over to Spoon. Spoon looking around, dipsy-doodled on the stick though, but doesn't make it quite into a shot, as the disc gets taken over and thrown deep into the zone.
Stack race coming out, and we do have AB Chu 2 picking it up, winning the stack race, passing it over to Smooth. Smooth going for the clear down, barely making its mark out and getting picked right back up by Radioactive. And it will be in their hands. Will they hit the shot up there? No, they won't, just barely. Smooth picking it up and just kind of stalling for a little bit, knowing they have literally as much time as they need over here. Clearing it all the way down into the enemy bubble over here. If they pick it up, it's probably in, and it will be in right here by Smooth. 18-0.
Yeah, 18 grueling points for Radioactive to have to watch happen. Oh my goodness, this is just so rough. But it is what it is. Sometimes you take your drubbings, and sometimes you come out and you drub the other team. The matchmakers do what the matchmakers do, and sometimes it doesn't work out for you. Sloshy Potato rolling out for hopefully will become some points on the board for them and some saving grace, but it is Echoholics. AB Chew on the back line there. Chew clearing it forward to Smooth getting the pass off under pressure. It does look like it's going to get into Spoon's hand. Spoon taking the shot, not quite getting it. There's 2 goalies, but Chew doesn't care. He calls it an 18-0 game, and we are just 2 away from this one being done. Oh, wait, that is the win. Sorry, that will be 20. It didn't update. So we are done with that one, and we will roll out. Peace. There we go. As we move into our scoreboard. Take a look here to see what happened on the side of Echoholics. Right, so 0-20. Dang, 0-20. Echoholics looking really, really sharp tonight. Second game of 2. First game was much more challenged than that one against Average Joe's. This one was an absolute steamroll. Sir Captain Spoon with 18 points on the night. Don't let him score like that, because it just becomes a freight train, runaway freight train. Points across the board, everybody. On the scoreboard bingo, only Sir Captain Spoon didn't get a steal, or they could have finished out the whole blackout on the whole freaking board. So just 1 steal away from perfection tonight, but we'll call it a win anyways. We'll let it slide. It'll be fine. On the other side, you see some good stuns coming out, some saves, lots of saves from everybody on the field from the side of Radioactive. Slouchy Potato and Funky getting the points that they had, but just not enough on the side of Radioactive. Just outmanned on every corner. What'd you see out there, MG?
I saw a lot of passion with that game going on right there. Echoholics absolutely dominating against Radioactive over here. As soon as they realized what mistakes they were making in the first round, they took advantage of them and absolutely blew them out of the water. It was a very impressive feat to see right there. That's all I can really say.
Very, very true. And this has been a great game, great night of Echo here on VRML Channel 2. We got some good time in on the new potential streaming package. It looks really nice in my humble opinion. Not that I'm the guy that put all the work in on it, but I was. But yeah, I'm happy to see that working out so well. Happy to have you out here in the casting booth with me, MG. Happy to be casting anything right now, because it's just sometimes I spend a week doing production, developing things, and I wind up going, well, wait a minute, I haven't casted all week. So it's good to be out here talking to you guys and camming and doing all the things. But we're going to call it here for tonight. That's the last one we have on the schedule. So there's more games happening out there. So, go out there and play your best if you're playing tonight. And if you're not, get your practice in, have a good Saturday night. Hopefully your spring break week either is coming forward or coming out of spring break, and you're having a good weekend, and we will catch you guys in the next one. I've been Newton Dad. That's been MG, and I've been Newton Dad on the cams. So there we go. We'll see you next time.
And we're underway. Save, steal, interception.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.